You're listening to a new episode of The Brave Technologist, and this one features Rooshana Purnyn, who is the Director of Data Architecture and Platform Engineering at Hyatt, where she designs and manages large-scale tech platforms for data-driven decision-making. There, she led the development of an AI/ML optimized analytics platform, enabling real-time data processing and algorithmic product development. In this episode, we discussed the potential for generative AI, specifically in enhancing customer engagement in the hospitality sector, with examples of how they're leveraging emerging technologies and their 1,300 worldwide properties. Architecture and design to support various data science teams and pipelines involved with the customer's experience. How they hire at Hyatt, including what they look for when interviewing candidates and how they foster a culture of innovation amongst their teams. And now for this week's episode of The Brave Technologist. Hi, Rooshana. Welcome to The Brave Technologist. How are you doing today?
I am good. Look, thanks for inviting me here.
Yeah, thanks for coming. I've been looking forward to it. So I think, let's just kind of set things up for the audience too. Like, what kind of sparked your interest in data architecture and analytics, and how did you kind of transition into AI and machine learning?
My career history is actually, started very humble beginnings. So I started my IT career as a data analyst, where I will run daily and monthly reports. But over time, I get very interested in the data technologies and become, more expert on the data warehouse environments. So my data management, I have been in data management for the last 20 years, and I had an opportunity to, work with four companies, Fortune 500 companies like retail space and finance, marketing, healthcare, and before I transitioned to the hospitality environment. So this diverse industries give me the broad perspective on how the data is actually drive the business transformation. So when I joined Hyatt, it was a significant time for Hyatt. It was transitioning the IT operations back in-house from outsourced environment. So one of my major projects was building out data warehouse, developing and building the enterprise data warehouse for company. So which in time it became a foundation for the Hyatt's business, Hyatt's data strategy. So another project I had, the master data management, which also was streamlining the centralized key information for the guest data. So about 8 years ago, Hyatt data operations expanded, and we recognized that we need to build the scalable environment. And I was asked to build out the analytics platform on a cloud. So that's how I get into the AI/ML space, and I was supporting the data science team. And after a couple of years, this project set basically platform for the AI, artificial intelligence, and now GenAI-driven innovations for the Hyatt.
So how I'm just super curious because I haven't really interviewed anybody that's on the hospitality side, right? Like, and so when you're talking about like data analysis and how you all are using AI, like how are you using AI at Hyatt? Like, is it like guest information or like logistics, or like, can you give the audience a sense of like kind of how that works?
Yeah. So right now we are the Hyatt personalization engine. Basically, we provide the personalization for the guests. And it could be, it is giving them their best fit hotel stays, and marketing basically channels, sending the emails or the providing them on a Hyatt loyalty site with the a preferred for the specific guest preferred selection of the hotels.
Oh, excellent, excellent. And how has generative AI, specifically enhanced customer engagement in hospitality from your point of view?
Generative AI has tremendous potential for transform the customer engagement in the hospitality. So it's could be not just transactional but also personalized and intuitive. So there's a hotels. At the hotels, there's the guests, thousands of guests check in every day, and they are with their unique experiences, unique expectations, and their travel habits. So the challenge is, and also the opportunity that when you're using, you can use AI to understand and anticipate their needs and enhance their journeys. So that is the key potential at the hospitality right now. So at Hyatt, we have like 1,300 properties worldwide. So similarly with any other hospitality, that our guests, every one of them very unique. So we are utilizing AI to give them the seamless, highly personalized experience at scale.
Yeah, it seems really interesting because when you really step back, even just looking at one hotel, right? Like there's a
Yes.
lot of ins and outs, a lot of people doing a lot of things all hours of the day, right? And even from like planning the trip to like actually when you get there and all of that too. So I'd imagine it's a ton of data to analyze. Are you looking at it from the whole journey for the customer, or are you all attacking it kind of like looking at like, okay, we're going to focus on, the booking experience and then, the actual visit, or is it, how holistic is the approach?
At this point, of course, we personalize pre-arrival, and but the potential is you understand that potential is the whole the guest journey. So you can personalize guest engagements throughout the journey for the guests. So that's the future we are looking for, and we actively exploring those enhancements for the customer journey.
I'd imagine too that, there's a lot of like person to person engagement in hospitality, right? Where are you having to work too with like the people on staff, like, or at least in some kind of focus group type of way to like make sure that you're not losing that person, like the personalization on the data side is one thing, right? But then like you're also dealing with person to person interaction at the hotel. Like, how is
Of
that like
course.
balancing that with the
Yeah,
staff
of course. So yeah, but the guided by the principle of we care for people so they can be at their best.
Mhm.
We are providing the one-on-one interactions at the hotels. It's not that we are utilizing, we are planning to utilize the robots at the hotels, but so the hospitality, it's its core, it's a people business. So we see the artificial intelligence is helping to enrich the guest experience, not replace the guest engagement.
Yeah, and I guess what I'm kind of also kind of getting at too is like, are you having to, are the staff having to kind of learn how to use the AI, or is it all kind of a system that they're interacting with too? Like, and how is that process like? Because I know I talk to people that are working for other corporate environments, and they're like, we have to go instruct them on a whole bunch of different types of operational security things, like don't give away private data and all these things. But like hospitality is so different, right? Because you've got staff that are might not be as technical or might be real people person, right? Like how is it in that training environment, I guess, with the staff?
I guess we are not providing the Hyatt is actually very cautious about the personal information, so we
Mm.
protect the guest information truly. So our models and also our guest data never gets into the models, and they are anonymized, and we don't use the personal data, and all the AI it's a central, right? It's not send it out to the hotel personnel doesn't use the AI information. They just get the information that the specific person will need specific care at the hotel.
Interesting. No, yeah, that's really interesting. Um, so how is it like fostering kind of a culture of innovation with your teams while you're managing these complexities in these environments? I keep getting back to this just thoughts of like just making sure the services are running on time, right? Like and that people when you add the personalization too, it just seems like a pretty dynamic space. So are you all encouraging all the staff to kind of dig into this too? Like how is that environment with your team?
With the at Hyatt, for we work to unlock the new possibilities. We are fostering the open mindset, so we define the clear outcomes and embrace the agile ways of working. At Hyatt, this is one of the Hyatt ways of working. Actually, it was even branded for us. So we have a fast-paced, cross-functional teams, and we are dedicated to continuous experimentation and learning at our work. So we are also cultivating the open mindset at Hyatt. So we are prioritizing creating the safe space for our team members to express ideas and explore new possibilities. So in my team, I actually provide my team with the learning opportunities. So because learning opportunities, it's the investment in our people, and also that it empowers the future projects, right? So it's a kind of win-win situation. So we also building the data-driven culture. We building out this data platform and providing the business users the data that they need to make the decisions, and also creating the data-driven culture. So transparency and also encouraging the analytical mindset for the people. So in today's world, it's very fast-paced technology, and everything is changing, and the companies needs to learn how to navigate the rapid changes in technology and business. So at Hyatt, we continuously reinvent ourselves, stay ahead of the industry and the technology trends and advancements. We are cultivating the adaptable culture so we can sustain the growth for the company.
Oh, it's fantastic. And have you seen? I know. I mean, a lot of this is relatively still kind of finding fit, right, with these things. But have you seen any really cool ideas or initiatives kind of come out of that, where you give people some room, like you were saying, to kind of explore and try different things out?
In the technology world, that we were able to, for example, right now we are in a good position with our data platform. So we were able to transition to the scalable cloud-based platform that can actually fuel the AI ML projects. So we are working. I'm not at liberty to say at this point. We are working on multiple projects to utilize our data to provide different kind of enhancements in our business. So
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, we were talking a little bit earlier about like personalization, right, on that side. But have you all found some good efficiency wins too from applying AI at Hyatt?
efficiency. So the one way of personalization brought the efficiency that we can actually market to the right content to the right people, right customers, and we can do it at scale. So, and similarly, other type of personalization in the customer journey can be done at scale with utilizing the AI. So that's efficiency, right? So you are not utilizing multiple different tools for the enhancing the engagement from the customers.
Awesome. No, that's great. Now, just kind of thinking big picture, right? Like, imagine we're a little bit further down the road, and what potential areas like really get you excited about where AI and hospitality can go? Like for the customer, it could be you as somebody that goes to hotels, or somebody that's working on, right? Like for the org, right? Like what are those things where you're like, this is really gonna blow people away, in your mind?
There's a lots of potential with AI, and every company is looking into ways of like you said, enhancing the interaction with the customers. It can be hospitality or any other retail company, or the also enhancing the efficiency in the workplace, right? So we are looking many different ways, but in hospitality, it could be anything from the curating the content, translations, and also, like I said already, that the enhancing the personalization with the across the customer journey, the providing very meaningful interactions for the customers. I mean, for the guests at the hotels.
The really interesting point too, like one thing that comes to mind, and I'm not sure if you all have thought about this, but I've traveled internationally quite a bit, and being somebody that doesn't speak a lot of languages in a foreign country too, it imagine things like even things like translating things in the room, or kind of that part of the customer experience is something where it seems like AI could be a really helpful tool as somebody that goes on international trips occasionally and doesn't always speak the language, but finds himself kind of confused sometimes in the room,
Yeah. In a hospitality, like the AI can give. I should start over.
That's okay. Go for it. No problem.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, this is fine.
I was going to say that. So every company is utilizing the AI for enhancements in their interactions with the customers. It could be a hospitality, or it could be a retail space. It also every company now trying to get the value out of the AI. So at the hotel, it could be personalization journey. It could be also content curation, and also the translations, and helping customers at the help desk, at the help desk to translate, and like you said, provide them the information that they need in a native language of the country. And also that there is could be like, imagine that you come to the hotel, the beautiful hotel, and you walk into the room. You receive, as soon as you check in, you receive your personalized message on the phone, your dinner recommendations, or the restaurant that perfectly matches to your preferences, and or the where you can go the next day to explore the city. So all those recommendations can be done at the check-in, so you don't have to search for your preferences, or your preferred restaurant, or the places to go. So this is the ways of you can enhance the customer journey.
No, it's fantastic. I mean, that sounds like those are all things that would be great additions, to that experience. And sometimes too, people are they just want to, they might be a little shy or something like that, and having that kind of personalization ready made for them might be nice. So I'm just kind of curious too. When you look at your team, like are a lot of the people on your team from AI backgrounds, or did they kind of find their way to AI from other parts of the company or from other disciplines?
So I think I think we skipped the space that, I mean, I am leading the data architecture and the platform engineering. So I do support AI work, but I don't specifically, I'm not the data scientist team. My team supports the data science and at Hyatt. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
one small.
No, I mean, that's great. I mean, I think what I'm trying to kind of show people here too is just like how people think about things kind of monolithically, right? Like when they think, okay, the person working AI, right? But like when you think about someplace like Hyatt, where, you did a great job of laying out like just there's all these different factors, right? Like and all these different data flows and everything experiences, right? Like, being able to support that side of the business and kind of plug in the innovation, right? Like it's kind of where I love the audience to learn a little bit around like how it's practically being used, right? Like, and so is this like something where are you kind of gathering different people to build that architecture, basically that the data science team can work in? Is that how your team's
Yeah, so
operating?
at Hyatt, we do have a pod oriented, development teams that we get together and define what we really need to, what the business problem we are solving. And from that, we start designing. And my team is architectural design and for data architecture and the solution architecture for the all the products at Hyatt data space. So and the data product teams, data science, also the data architecture, data engineering. We all together work on the solutioning for the products. So it could be AI, it could be just the data product, it could be any type of application that we do visualization for our business partners. That all comes out from the pod oriented teams. So my team does architectural design and then implementation of the pipelines. Like I said again, it could be data pipelines, or they could be AML, artificial intelligence, or the machine learning pipelines.
Interesting. I mean, it's like a lot of different inputs, right?
A lot of
It's
different inputs, yeah. A lot
very
of different inputs,
complex.
yeah.
What
Yeah.
are some of the challenges that you face? I mean, it doesn't have to be too comprehensive, but like, are there any that come to mind that you really had to kind of get creative with solutions around that you can share at least?
Challenges could be when the not defined vision. If there's no vision, could be difficult to deliver what the business wants. Because of that, we also include in our conversations business partners. So that pod oriented development is. We include also business partners that align with the per business, and again, if you don't define what you're looking for, you may not get there. Yes, and also the issues could be when the scope changes. Then of course it takes longer time to deliver.
I'd imagine that's got to be pretty tricky. Like you said, the space moves so fast too, and you've got business partners getting involved, and priorities and shifting things, right? And it's a lot of complexity.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I think the other thing too, like if you have people are kind of interested in this area, is there any Are there any resources or things you suggest they check out if they're learning to get into kind of this data architecture like side of the world?
Yeah, so of course there's lots of the websites for the learnings like Udacity or the Coursera, or the any kind of the learning sites from even from those the cloud providers, Google, the AWS, the Azure can give you a start. And you can also, read up the books and follow the, leaders in the field. That's how I keep my technical expertise checked, and also I provide my team with the time and also ability to learn more and keep up with the changing technologies. So,
and are there any pointers for somebody that might be interested in kind of in working for Hyatt in this area, and what do you think sets Hyatt apart from other competitors in the hospitality space on this front?
And to work at Hyatt, you have to be very open-minded and keep learning and need to have a growth mindset. That's one of the, I wouldn't say it's a requirement, but it's a kind of, in these times, you really need to keep learning. So, and growth is a kind of becomes a necessity, I would say. Understand the business, other side of it. So because we are hospitality, like I said, we are very people centric. So and that will help to understand the customers, understand their wants or what they don't want. That will help to, like I said, understanding the business will help to get into the roles. Hyatt.
Interesting. Yeah, that's great. And for people that might want to follow your work or get in touch or follow along with what you're doing, where can they find you online?
I am available on LinkedIn. That's a single social site I think I keep keep going back to. Otherwise, others I don't have time.
Understood.
Yeah.
It's obviously a lot going on. No, I will be sure to include a link in the bio for folks that want to reach out. And Rooshana, it's been really, really gracious for you to give us your time today, and really appreciate you coming on. And I'm sure the audience learned a lot today. So thanks again for making it out today. And we'd love to have you back too to check back in on how things are going in the future.
Thank you so much, Luke. Thanks for inviting me, and it was really nice spending time with you.
Likewise. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to the Brave Technologist podcast. To never miss an episode, make sure you hit follow in your podcast app. If you haven't already made the switch to the Brave browser, you can download it for free today at brave.com and start using Brave Search, which enables you to search the web privately. Brave also shields you from the ads, trackers, and other creepy stuff following you across the web.